सन 1903 हवाई जहाज के इन्वेंशन ने बदल दिया दुनिया के आने जाने का तरीका। 2022 वेदांतु लॉन्चेस AI लाइव और ये बदलने वाला है दुनिया के सीखने का तरीका। इंटरैक्टिव क्लासेस, टॉप टीचर्स, सिर्फ 5,000 रुपए सालाना।
Oh hey guys, hey my Italians, a very warm welcome to your today's chemistry session. This is session number 4 of chemical reactions and equations with me, your master teacher Shilpi. Okay, and today we will be discussing about types of chemical reactions, second part. So stay till the very end in the session and say a good hello to ma'am. Yeah. Hand wave. Okay, so guys, if you are new on the channel, make sure that you subscribe to it, hit the like button of the video, and still stay till the very end. I'll give you some homework questions also, which you have to comment down their answers below. Okay, so let's get started with the fourth part. So what did we do in the last class? I'll tell you. But today's session roadmap will go something like that. First, we will be starting with a quick recap of the last reactions, what we discussed in the previous session. Now, in this session, we will be covering up displacement reactions, double displacement, oxidation and reduction. So, I'll tell you one thing, if you are going to attend this one entire session, then 100% you will be scoring some marks in your exam. So, 2 to 3 marks in your exam will be in your pocket for the boards if you are in this session till the very end. Remember that, because the reactions on your screen, they are one of the most important reactions of this chapter. Okay, where am I taking this class? On Vedantu's special interactive wave platform for YouTube students. So you will be getting the replay link in the description box of the video. You can watch the replay from there, okay, and still attend the quiz, questions and everything that we have. So simply go to the description box, click on the link, and you will be getting directly into this session by logging into the account. Okay, let's get started now. So in the last class, I told you about the combination reactions, that how two substances or more than two substances combine with each other and give you a single product, also known as what? Synthesis reactions. Generally, combination reactions are exothermic in nature. Heat energy is being released out. Then we talked about the decomposition reaction, opposite of combination. One single substance is broken down to give us two or more than two other substances. This can take place either in the presence of heat or light or electricity. Depending on that, we have three different types of decomposition reactions, plus they are usually absorbing the heat. Like one substance absorbs the heat energy, gets broken down, so that is why they are exo combination, and the decomposition are endo, because they are absorbing the heat. Okay, so we talked about exo and endo concept. Now we will see the next reaction. Before that, a question in front of us. What is that? What happens when we put iron nail in copper sulfate solution? Copper sulfate solution has Shilpi ma'am's favorite color, that is blue, and when this, not this blue, this is purplish on the screen, it's like light blue in color. Okay, so this is a blue ka shade that they have shown. It's like more like purplish dikhaya hua, but it's clear blue. Okay, so when in this blue color of copper sulfate solution, you will be adding iron nail. Iron nail, you can see, is silvery grayish in color. It's a new iron nail. Dip it inside copper sulfate solution, leave it for some time. After 1 hour, when you check the test tube, you will be surprised that this blue color has been faded away. It becomes more like pale green color. Okay, what will be the color of the solution? It will give you a pale green color. Not just that, this silvery grayish iron metal is going to get brown color on it. You know, there would be a brown deposition on the surface. So what do you think, guys? Which reaction is taking place over here? Can you tell Shilpi ma'am which reaction has been conducted over here just now? Yes, we will see how this all is going to happen. So we have taken the blue color of copper sulfate solution, है ना, blue color है. When we are dipping iron nail into it, then iron sees like, okay, copper is hanging out with sulfate, copper ion hanging with sulfate, but then iron becomes like, no, I am actually more reactive than copper, so it is me who should be hanging out with sulfate, isn't it? So iron is like, okay, I am more reactive than this copper. Copper is less reactive metal. So more reactive iron is going to displace the less reactive copper. If you get involved in a fight with the great Khali is going to throw you away. I'm not underestimating you, just simply saying, okay? So the same thing is happening here. Iron be like, I am more reactive. So it is going to displace copper. Copper goes out from the solution. Okay, here you can see this brown color copper gets deposited on your iron nail, and iron combines with sulfate and gives you ferrous sulfate that is pale green in color. So what just happened in the reaction? Iron displaced copper. More reactive iron has displaced less reactive copper. These reactions are displacement reactions. Okay. Simple thing, we can take another example. When you are taking zinc and you dip it in the blue color copper sulfate solution, the color disappear. Zinc sulfate will be formed. यहाँ पे भी zinc is more reactive, copper is less reactive. So zinc throws copper out and we will see brown color deposited on the nail. जो आपने zinc nail लिया था, that would be having a brown deposition. Or if it was a simple metal, then you will see that copper brown will be settled at the bottom of the beaker. Again, a single displacement reaction. If you see the another way side of the reaction, if you make copper react with zinc sulfate, will displacement happen here? No. Okay, so the rule is that only more reactive element can displace less reactive element. यहाँ पर copper is less reactive. Less reactive copper cannot displace more reactive zinc. Okay, so displacement is not going to take place. These are some colors you should remember. Okay, zinc sulfate is colorless, silver nitrate is colorless. Okay, magnesium sulfate अगर आप देखते हो MgSO4, that is again colorless. है ना? Silver nitrate you will see AgNO3 aqueous solution. This is also colorless. है ना? जैसे zinc sulfate you have seen. Again, they all are colorless. Fine. And copper sulfate blue, ferrous sulfate pale green. Remember these color changes. The thing is, ma'am, how will we get to know about reactivity? है ना? There's a question. So beta, for the reactivity, it is very simple. We are having the reactivity series. Okay, now how did we make this reactivity series? ये बनाया था by doing certain experimental chemical reactions of every metal. We had taken metals, we treated them under same conditions, then we saw the observations and we decided which is more reactive, which is less reactive. Based on the reactions, we arranged them in the decreasing order of reactivity. You can see we are having decreasing order of reactivity over here. Top to bottom, the reactivity is decreasing. Potassium is like most reactive, then sodium is less reactive than potassium, but they are highly reactive metals. We keep them in the kerosene oil, otherwise they can catch fire. है ना, इतने reactive है. Then below gold we can keep platinum also. So how can you learn this reactivity series? Potassium say please. Okay, please stop calling. I'm not writing all of it. Complete it in the comment section. Please stop calling me a zebra. Please stop calling me a zebra. I like her calling me smart girl. Okay, so give your tips in the comment section below to remember the reactivity series. So you can see, let's say I am comparing zinc with copper. So zinc is on the top of copper, है ना? So that means zinc is more reactive, copper is less reactive. So any element which is at the bottom is going to be less reactive than all the elements kept above it. है ना? If you pay attention, hydrogen is also part of this reactivity series because hydrogen can, very much behave like alkali metals. Hydrogen has only one electron. It can quickly lose it and become a proton, H plus ion, just like metals do it. है ना? So we are keeping it here, है ना? Hydrogen, like it's placed in group number 1 also. So the next one we have are the DD reaction. Double displacement reaction में what is going to happen? There would be exchange of ions among the reactants, है ना? यहाँ पे लिखा है atoms from two different compounds switch places. A better definition would be exchange of ions. Exchange of ions among reactants. Okay, so it's a DD reaction, double displacement. Let's understand it with an example. We are having hydrogen chloride aqueous solution. So aqueous solution of hydrogen chloride will have H plus ions and chloride ions. We are mixing it with aqueous solution. ये aqueous है ना, water में. Aqueous solution of NaOH will have Na plus ions and OH ions. So when this reaction happens, then they mutually decide. HCl NaOH be like, let's for a change exchange our partners. So H plus ion combines with the negative OH ions and forms water. Similarly, sodium ions combine with chloride ions and make sodium chloride. So what is happening? Reactants have exchanged their ions. So these are the DD reactions. है ना? यहाँ पे what is happening? Acid is reacting with the base to give salt and water. This reaction is acid-base neutralization. यही होता है, acid reacts with base to give salt and water. So this is a neutralization reaction, and neutralization reactions are a type of DD reactions. Okay, they are a type of DD reactions. Okay, this will help you a lot in the coming classes of the chapter. The next we are having another example, silver nitrate with NaCl. Again, watch it carefully. Silver nitrate aqueous solution में we are having silver ions, yes, and we are having nitrate ions. It is a colorless solution. We are mixing it with sodium chloride aqueous solution. Sodium ions are there and we are having chloride ions. Okay, so when you mix these two aqueous solutions, you will see on mixing them, जैसे इसमें, this is a test tube, I am mixing silver nitrate and sodium chloride aqueous solution. Then the moment we mix it at the bottom you can see there would be a white color का solid that is deposited. What is that? That is your white precipitate of silver chloride. Remember, an insoluble solid that is formed during the reaction, that was the precipitate, है ना? We have done it. So यहाँ पे भी the exchange of ions, silver ions combine with chloride and give you silver chloride, which is a white color का solid insoluble in water. So it will precipitate out. Right, and sodium ion combined with nitrate form sodium nitrate. This is water soluble, so it's aqueous solution. So this reaction where we are getting an insoluble solid precipitate in the reaction, this is a precipitation reaction. Okay, and they are also type of DD reaction. So double displacement is of two types, neutralization and precipitation. Remember this, okay? Where we are getting a precipitate. There are some colors of precipitate, remember them, lead iodide, yellow PPT होगा, है ना? Silver nitrate, you are having silver chloride, sorry, that is white PPT. Barium sulfate is there, that is again white PPT. Okay, remember they can be used in the reactions. Yes, you should be like ready with that. Okay, amazing. So the next that we will see, so DD reactions भी देख लिया, we have seen displacement reactions. Now it's about the oxidation reaction, है ना? So let us see what happens when a china dish containing about 1 gram of copper powder is heated. That's awesome. We are having copper powder, है ना? कितना है? 1 gram of copper powder is there and we are heating it. So what is going to happen when you heat it? You will see this white जो brown color का copper है, that is converted to black color. Yes. Okay, so copper, you are heating it in the presence of air, है ना? Oxygen is going to react with copper and leads to the formation of copper oxide. This copper oxide is a black color का solid. So why that color changes? Because of formation of black copper oxide. If you see clearly here, copper has been converted to copper oxide. So what change do you see? Cu converted to CuO. Can you see clearly beta? We have added oxygen in it. Yes, देखो copper was not having any oxygen. अभी क्या किया? Now you have added oxygen into it. So this addition of oxygen to a substance is defined as oxidation reaction. What do we call it? Oxidation reaction. What is oxidation reaction? Oxy means oxygen. Dation means addition. Oxidation reaction, the reaction in which oxygen is being added. This is a very old approach of oxidation reactions. Okay, so the substance in which we have added oxygen, that is oxidized. So we can say copper is oxidized in this reaction. So there are various ways of defining oxidation. एक और देखो, the same reaction, magnesium reacts with oxygen to form MgO. यहाँ पे देखो magnesium has been converted to MgO. Addition of oxygen, that means oxidation. Yes, yes. Magnesium is oxidized in the reaction. So oxidation has, different approaches that we can define it. जैसे if we take in terms of oxygen, we have seen. In terms of hydrogen also we can define oxidation. जैसे if you see this reaction, 2 moles of ammonia are giving us nitrogen and 3 mole of hydrogen. अगर आप यहाँ पर देखो ध्यान से, ammonia has been converted to nitrogen. Yes, NH3 converted to N2. So that means there is loss of hydrogen, removal of hydrogen taking place. And removal of hydrogen is also defined as oxidation, right? So I can say ammonia is oxidized in the reaction. So it is simple. Oxidation we are defining in terms of oxygen. कैसे? Addition of oxygen. In terms of hydrogen, removal of hydrogen. Okay, then we are having another 2 approaches, loss of electrons and increase in oxidation state. This we will see in the one shot revision session when I'll be covering it. I'll tell you these 2 points also. है ना? जैसे for now, if you are seeing here, sodium is converted to, I will take an example when we are done with reduction also. ठीक है, हम यहाँ पे आएंगे and we will check this again. So for now, the very conventional approach of oxidation reduction, oxidation is addition of oxygen and then we are having removal of hydrogen. This is also oxidation. Yes? Okay, now a question that has been asked in board exam once already. Can you get back copper from copper oxide? Yes, that black color ka copper oxide that you were getting, can you get it back to brown color copper? Yes. How can we do it? If we pass hydrogen gas through copper oxide. If you take this black color ka copper oxide and if you are going to pass hydrogen gas via it, then you know what will happen? This hydrogen is going to displace copper because it is more reactive than copper. Copper out, and hydrogen combines with oxygen to give you water, and we will get the brown color of copper back again. So देखो पहले what was happening, copper was reacting with oxygen, gave us black color copper oxide. When you pass hydrogen gas through it, it will give you the metal back. So ये question आया था exam में, there is a metal X that reacts with oxygen to give a black color compound Y. When we treat Y with hydrogen gas, we get the metal X again. Identify the metal. So you can do this easily, you know. And one more thing that you will see over here, copper oxide has been converted to copper now. If you compare the reactant and product side, copper oxide mein you can see we are having what? Copper oxide mein we are clearly having oxygen. Now there is no oxygen, so removal of oxygen is nothing, reduction. This is how this term was made. Reduction is coming from the word reduce. That means removal. Reduction is removal of oxygen. Okay, so this removal of oxygen is reduction. We can say copper oxide is reduced in this reaction. So likewise, reduction can also be defined in two ways: removal of removal of oxygen and addition of hydrogen. Addition of hydrogen, देखो, we are having H2 reacts with chlorine to give hydrogen chloride. So if you pay attention over here, what is happening? Chlorine has been converted to HCl. So addition of hydrogen, that is nothing but reduction. Chlorine is reduced in the reaction. कर सकते हो? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. In terms of electrons in oxidation state, I will tell you now. है ना? Okay, very good. Easy peasy था. So now we have a reaction that is redox reaction. So how do we define redox? Red is coming from the word reduction. Ox means oxidation. So ये वो reaction है where oxidation and reduction is taking place simultaneously. Okay, it's like all together. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, yes, reduction oxidation takes place simultaneously in the same reaction. Now you will say, ma'am, we are confused. Can you take an example? Yes. अभी आपने देखा था copper oxide is converted to copper. Loss of oxygen? Yes. Reduction. In the same reaction, hydrogen is converted to H2O. Addition of oxygen. Oxidation. So I can say copper oxide is reduced in the reaction and hydrogen is oxidized in the reaction. So in the same reaction, reduction and oxidation taking place simultaneously. Means it is a redox reaction. Okay, so one substance is getting oxidized, other is getting reduced. So these reactions where oxidation reduction taking place all together, or you can say simultaneously in the same reaction, that is a redox reaction. Okay, now we have another example of iron oxide here, converted to iron, loss of oxygen, reduction, hydrogen converted to water, addition of oxygen, oxidation. है ना? This will be a redox reaction. ऐसे ही देखो और example I'm going to show you, जहाँ पे you can simply see any reaction, you know, where oxidation reduction taking place in the same reaction. Let us have one reaction, hydrogen sulfide gas. When you are going to pass chlorine gas through this, chlorine is more reactive than sulfur. It will displace sulfur and will be combining with hydrogen to give us HCl. So if you pay attention in this reaction, hydrogen sulfide has been converted to sulfur. Loss of hydrogen. What do we define it as? Oxidation. Chlorine converted to HCl. Addition of hydrogen, that is reduction. So this is also a redox reaction. है ना, एक और redox reaction. Yes. Okay. Apart from this, I will take that approach of electrons now. अगर आप ध्यान से देखो, we are having iron. Remember iron when you reacted it with copper sulfate aqueous solution, which is blue in color. So iron displaces copper and gives us pale green solution of iron sulfate. Copper बाहर जाता है ना. So अगर आप यहाँ पर देखो, in this reaction clearly, iron is present in the free state, है ना, metallic form. Like it's not combined, elemental state आप बोल सकते हो. It's not combined with any other atom. So it is having a zero charge here. If you see iron here, iron is combined with sulfate anion. No? So यहाँ पे iron is having +2 charge. Similarly, here copper is in the elemental form. It will not have any charge, 0. यहाँ पे देखो copper is combined with sulfate ion, so it is having a +2 charge. So if you look closely, what is happening in the reaction? Iron has been converted to, देखो यहाँ पे अलग से दिखाती हूँ, iron is converted to iron 2+, ferrous ion. Fe0 से +2 charge आया, कैसे? By losing the 2 electrons, है ना, loss of electrons हुआ. And copper from +2 charge has been converted to copper with 0 charge. How? When copper ion has gained the 2 electrons. Okay, this change that you can see in the first reaction, the loss of electrons. Loss of electron is nothing that we define as oxidation. Okay, so oxidation is loss of electrons. And if you see here, gain of electrons has taken place in copper 2+. Gain of electron is defined as reduction. So in this reaction, copper ion has been reduced. It is like undergoing reduction in the reaction, है ना. So this is the approach of that electron के terms में that ma'am was saying that reduction is gain of electrons, okay, and oxidation is loss of electrons. You can see in this reaction यहाँ पर, okay, clearly visible. Apart from this, एक और चीज you can see over here, this oxidation number ही है that we are stating the charge. 0 से +2 it has been changed. So whenever there is increase in the oxidation state, मतलब increase in the charge, you can understand that is always oxidation, है ना. And whenever this oxidation state is lowered, मतलब 2+ से it is reduced to 0, that means it is reduction. The gain of electron has taken place. So remember the term oil rig. Oxidation is loss of electrons, reduction is gain of electrons. Okay, it will be becoming very simple. Then we have the agents also. This is important. Remember, whenever a substance is helping the other species, like we are saying the term oxidizing agent, so it means it is oxidizing the other species. It's an agent, so it will help the other substance. So when we have an oxidizing agent, that means it will oxidize the other species and it will itself getting reduced, right? And if we talk about reducing agent क्या करेगा? It will help the other species to get reduced and it will itself be oxidized. Fine. And a simple way of identifying agents, देखो, any species that is reduced in the reaction, यहाँ पे दिखाती हूँ with this example. In this reaction, you can see chlorine was getting reduced by gaining hydrogen. Any species that is reduced in the reaction is always the oxidizing agent. ठीक है? Any species that is getting oxidized, that यहाँ पे देखो hydrogen sulfide is oxidized by loss of hydrogen, है ना. So the species that is oxidized will be the reducing agent. कर सकते हो आराम से. Chlorine is getting reduced in the reaction. It is the oxidizing agent. क्यों? Because chlorine is the oxidizing agent because it is helping hydrogen sulfide to get oxidized. लिख भी सकते हो, क्लोरीन हैज हेल्प्ड हाइड्रोजन सल्फाइड to get oxidized. ठीक है, how it has helped hydrogen sulfide to get oxidized by taking away its hydrogen. देखो ये वाला, this hydrogen that is present here now is actually given by hydrogen sulfide only. यहीं से तो आया है ना. So chlorine has helped the hydrogen sulfide to get oxidized. How? By taking away its hydrogen. And other side of the reaction, if you see here, hydrogen sulfide is reducing agent, है ना? It is the reducing agent here. Why? Because it has helped chlorine to get reduced. Help chlorine to get reduced. वो कैसे किया? It has helped chlorine to get reduced by giving its hydrogen. है ना, it said hydrogen sulfide, yeah, you take my hydrogen, get reduced. I will help you to get reduced. I am the reducing agent. So this takes a lot of time. आप simply उसको ध्यान रखना. The species that is oxidized, जो भी oxidize होगा substance, that will be the reducing agent. The species that is reduced is going to be the oxidizing agent. And the beauty is that these species you will always get on the left hand side of the reaction, that is on the reactant side always. Okay, watch it out, it will become easier. An example has been given. Ammonia is oxidized here, by gaining oxygen, so it is reducing agent. Oxygen is reduced by gaining hydrogen, so it is the oxidizing agent. Okay, कर सकते हो. So with this we are covering up the type of reaction, and I would just want to pass one information to all my cations, that a new batch for CBSE, the new academic year is starting now. Okay, within 2 days the price of this course will be increasing. So right now you still have 2 days to grab it for 4,500 rupees for 1 year. सब कुछ कवर्ड है. यू आर गेटिंग द लाइव इन क्लास डाउट सॉल्विंग, मास्टर टीचर्स के सेशंस होंगे, लाइव क्लास टीचर्स आर देयर टू टेक योर डाउट्स. यू विल बी गेटिंग द टेस्ट सीरीज फॉर द एंटायर एकेडमिक ईयर. यू वुड बी गेटिंग द हैंड रिटन नोट्स ऑफ द टीचर्स, mock papers, है ना, your like in-depth analysis of the papers that you would be attempting. So everything would be there that is going to help you to ace your term एग्जाम्स. ओके, फाइनल बोर्ड एग्जाम 4,500 रुपीज में है 6 सब्जेक्ट्स के लिए. वी आर कवरिंग इंग्लिश, मैथ्स, complete science, physics, chemistry, biology and complete social studies. Matlab the prices will increase and then you will regret it, I am telling you. So if you are going to apply Shilpi ma'am's coupon code SKA Pro, 5,000 rupees ka course will be available for 4,500 rupees. Go and check the link that is given in description box of this video. Please book your seat because in every batch we have less than 100 students का enrollment. So doubt clearing में कोई issue नहीं होगा. ठीक है, everything is sorted. Ma'am is going to show you the link of this video that you're watching right now. है ना? So what you have to do here, you will be liking the video, scroll down, you will see this link, Vedantu Pro Light CBSE 2023. Okay, the best part is YouTube master teachers मिलेंगे if you take the enrollment right now. Okay, otherwise those batches are filled सबसे पहले. ठीक है, so the language you can use depending on you. आप choose कर सकते हो which batch you wanna get into. So simply scroll down, tap on buy now. All these points are covered there. 500 rupees will be saved, and now 4,500 में you are getting the entire course program for 1 year. एक साल की फीस है 4,500. Yes, you heard that right. Okay, so each and every point is covered. You don't have to purchase books. You don't have to take any series anywhere separately. सब कुछ covered है. Grab it soon. Price बढ़ने वाले हैं. Fine guys, don't just rush it up. Actually, I would say don't wait for anything. Now this is a homework question. The difference between displacement and double displacement. Write the equation in your notebook. The comment section के लिए homework question is this. You have to tell me, are all redox reactions, नहीं ये करो, all displacement reactions are redox. All displacement reactions are redox reactions. True or false? Tell me in the comment section and hit the like button of the video. Follow me on Instagram. I am Kitain is my ID. Thank you so very much for attending the session. And iske baad I would be releasing the one shot revision session of the entire chapter. Cover it up, revise it. Okay? See ya guys. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you.